everybody.
Yeah. So, all right, let's do some quick introductions. I'm Ice, of course.
Guys.
Hi, I'm Flutterdog.
And I'm Loaf.
Yo, it's opening time. Let's take a look. Let's take a look.
I feel I can see the crest.
This is.
Do you see it? Do you see
This
the
is-
crest?
I'm seeing this. Are you seeing this?
This
Did you see this?
I will be honest, I have this weird thing that I don't see what you guys are seeing because I don't know what to look for.
That's fair. I've seen this opening so many times that like something about this feels a little off. It's like too. It's like smooth, if you get what I mean.
I know what you mean. Yeah, this.
It's like when I see those animation 60 FPS videos.
Oh yeah, those
Yeah, I think it's because
frames.
this also ran through like waifu 2X.
Yeah.
Oh,
this
look
was...
at the hands. Look. Oh, God.
That looks like those ragdoll animations.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Flyer, things to look for. Always look at the character's hands to look for AI upscaled shit. And,
Yeah.
her face.
Yes.
Those are easily the two most things that get fucked up.
Noted.
Also, this is the original opening, so does it play a soul phrase
It
after this?
should if we wait a bit more.
Yeah.
I will say I am glad that both openings are in portable, but that was on the original, so
Yeah.
Now,
it's
for
remastered.
anybody that is confused, what the fuck's going on? Well, P3P released on Steam and we decided to take a look, and after like 5 seconds in the actual game, we decided, no, we need to record this. There's so much weird in this port.
Alright, so for a bit of a history check, for those of you who might not be in the know, there's a couple versions of Persona 3 out in the wild. There was the original, there's FES, and there's portable. The original is basically irrelevant at this point, so we're going to just avoid talking about that. FES is a re-release of the original on the PlayStation 2 that featured a number of additional social links, new personas, and most importantly, a brand new story sequence called The Answer, which took place after the original Persona 3. But a couple years later, on the PlayStation Portable, they released Persona 3 Portable, which was a re-release that featured, as you can see here, a new female protagonist that you can play as, and a couple quality of life changes, including controllable party members, a redux of the fusion spell system involving items instead of two personas. But as a trade-off, I suppose, no 3D overworld except for exploring Tartarus, and a couple other changes that are more so minor and just sort of noticeable if you play both. To that end, like, whichever version you prefer is typically just a matter of personal preference. But this port is truly something special, because this is a port of Persona 3 Portable. The tension of original P3, this is a lie, by the way.
This is a giant lie. Party Control got added in P3P and it breaks this game in half because Portable did not get rebalanced for Party Control. So if you turn it on, you are breaking the game by simply being able to be smart.
It's also important to note, the only difficulty I find that'll give you an experience close to the original P3 is if you play on hard, it might give you normal modes experience, and Maniac is the closest to true P3 experience. To that end, I would say that, like, Maniac is not very fun in my opinion. A couple things to note about this port in particular. I'll just call it the port, because that's what this is.
The port makes it sound devious.
Is it not, though? Is it not?
It is.
Like,
We're experienced gamers.
Look, all I'm saying is they're charging money for, like, something you can get on an emulator and just throw in a, like, upscaler.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a fucking HD patch for the PSP emulator.
Oh,
version.
there is so many. They also changed the font for some reason.
Yes, sans serif.
The Catherine, like, text model losing their mind.
God bless you, man.
Oh, wanna know what's even more funny? You know how Portable doesn't have the answer? So
Mhm.
not only is the entire achievement list open with no fucking hidden achievements, which with the picture spoils a lot of shit,
Yeah.
but also the
I
final
saw
achievement
it.
is called the answer to life.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Lamau.
Yes!
Oh, I can.
The earn all achievement is called
You
the
guys see
answer
the
to
blue
life,
space?
and the answer is not playable.
Oh,
Oh.
God. You can see the AI upscaling doing its
Yeah.
best.
So again, like Rafet had said earlier, if you pay attention to a number of different factors, you can notice that the AI upscaling is doing something. Like, look at Yukari. She's lost like everything.
I don't
She
see
like
her
barely
mouth.
has a face. Yeah, she barely has a face. Again, this was an image taken from the animation taken from Persona 3. In of course the portable release, originally, this wasn't very noticeable because it was on a lower resolution and nothing was upscaled. It was not bad.
Do I see
it
a
was-
tie in your car? I can't see that.
yeah.
Give me a
it's-
second,
but
I'm getting the PSP image.
the original like video quality made
Oh
this
god, it
easier
looks
to
just as
disguise.
bad.
Yeah, but to be fair, this is just the nature of things. Resolution can do a huge difference in what something looks like.
Yeah.
This was like, and again, this is going to not look great no matter what, because again, they're taking images from what was an animation style that does not look good when you pause. It looks amazing in motion.
Yeah.
But I will say the lower resolution makes it easier to
Oh
stomach.
look, she got a mouth back.
I will say the animations for the opening are really big examples of how the upscaling just looks bad in general.
Yeah.
That guy in the back is fucking me up right now.
Also for some unknown reason, they decided, hey, the text boxes look perfectly fine. How about we insert another text box in there? Make this look like a fucking Pokemon text box where you could change the style. Actually, no! Fucking Shen 3 and 4 Pokemon text boxes look better than this because at least you could pick a fucking border that looks good!
This,
true.
Yeah, it
Like-
looks really weird and off-putting.
I wonder if this is because of the resolution bump that
No,
they wanted to.
this line
Yeah.
is too distinct. Because there
Yeah,
is no
apologize to
line.
any-
There is no line, there is no different coloration in the PSP version. This got added.
I wonder why. It can't have been to make it easier to read because this doesn't help.
What I can see is at least that the text seems to look cleaner, and that is something I appreciate.
Oh, that line.
That I will give them that. Like,
God, the AI upscaling is doing
Oh yeah, you can
numbers.
see. Do you see the border at the top? I just noticed.
I really
Oh,
hope you
God.
see everything with my recording.
Oh yeah, no.
We will. Oh, this is sad.
If not, I'll take the recording. Don't worry, Flutter. I will literally.
Oh right,
just
you also
restream
have
everything.
one. Wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm not recording at the moment, but I can use the footage again.
Well,
Again.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it is what it is. In any case, it's dark hour time, baby.
We already in
Oh.
dark hour.
Also, I should mention, because it was mentioned earlier in our 2-minute test check, there were also some black lines on the edges of the screen in general.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That artifact.
I've
is
also.
so fucking, yeah.
Oh, it's
Oh.
there. If
It's
you look
there.
at now, for those of you who might be having a little trouble noticing, if you look near the top of the screen, you might notice.
Oh
that
my
there
god,
are
I
some
see it!
strange-
Why is there green in the building? What the fuck?
This is artifacting. Like,
Oh, it's getting
Oh
worse.
God.
oh,
Oh.
That moon looks thinner for some reason.
It does look thinner.
yeah.
Why does it look thinner?
It looks weird.
Why does it look thinner?
This is the port of all time.
Wait, the
Um,
black on that roof building is fucking me up. Oh my god.
Oh God. Why?
The porch, like, clinging for its dear life.
The Nuvo is
Oh.
draining all the power from this shit.
Oh, sadly, we cannot blame Denuvo for this.
I don't
Did
God,
anyone
I just
blame
wanted to
him?
bring up that
Yes,
it's here.
I didn't
Don't
even
worry,
notice.
if this game starts running at 15 FPS, then we can blame Denuvo.
Oh,
I just
yeah.
noticed there's a potted plant
Um,
with a bunch of flowers. They look all melded together.
also,
Yeah.
another note that some people have picked up on. So as people have noted in the remasters of all the Persona games, whenever you change the language settings, it'll auto default your character's name into what is their quote unquote canon name. In Persona 5, it's Rena Mamiya. In Persona 4, it's Yuna Kami. And in Persona 3, it's for the male protagonist, Makoto Yuki, and for the female protagonist, Kotone Shiomi. Makoto Yuki comes from the P3 movies, and Kotone comes from the Persona 3 play, which is the only time she was given like an actual name. So it looks like the plays are the origin of the canon name now. Also, Sakuya Shiomi, best Persona 3 Pro Tag variant.
And thought for a moment the
Wait.
lamp was detached from the light source.
Hold on. What's with the door? Why does it look
Wait.
like there's people there?
This lamp
like
is
the
so
brightness
bright
so
you
much.
can't even see the fucking lampshade.
And look at
That's
the front
true.
little black thing. So fun.
This honestly, this looks terrible. Like there are better ways to upscale
Yeah.
this shit. Nah, see, Femsi's like one of those types of people that always has like a Red Bull when they go to school.
Swap any
Oh
button in
my
the game?
God, the
Wait, the
scaling.
poster is murdered.
How big is the cursor?
Oh god!
Why is this the most decent one I've seen? This actually looks okay.
Look
despite
at
the
the look at the doorknob. It's so bad.
Just shut up, okay? Let me have
So
this.
shiny. Actually, there's something funny that's not graphic related to Persona 3 that a friend pointed out at some point. So with everything the P3 is about, it is funny that the train station is called Iwatodai. Because if you just add like one more letter, you can see where this is going.
I want to die from looking at the graphical mistakes. Okay, I want to fucking die.
Look. Hey, can you check out the menu real quick for options? Yeah, config.
You want to check
These are
the
all
difficulty
graphics. I
set?
do not touch
The
any of
game-
them. That board is kind of freaking me out. That's fine. My parents are dead. This happens all the time.
Will say I do know that certain versions of P3P had a an error where they would refer to.
Oh my god, the dude's face!
So there was a glitch, or not a glitch, but like an error where they would refer to Femsi with the wrong pronouns at like certain points.
Oh my
That-
god!
Do you see it? I say, do you see it?
Oh.
Look at it!
This looks like a Lego!
Dude's gonna get shot and release a bunch of like studs.
Yeah!
Oh, he actually looks okay.
Bro is probably not even a true Jedi.
If not for the fact that this is Atlas, I'm pretty sure there would have been some rumors now going on in the school about Yukari being gay. I mean, in the male world, everyone assumes you're in a relationship already on day one.
I can't wait to see the like first awakening cutscene.
Mm.
That's going to be the cutscene of all time.
Ikutsuki. Hard to say, isn't it? That's why I
Actually,
don't
it
like
was hard
introducing
for me to say
myself.
for a while.
Even I get tongue-tied
I'm just being
sometimes.
honest here.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Hello, Shuji Katsuki.
But confused. This is a girl storm.
Listen, I'm just wondering why does the world look like it's melting? But like, I don't think I'm gonna get an answer.
As they say, the early bird catches the bookworm. Please forgive the bad pun.
No.
No,
God damn it.
He'll get used to his lame
I will get the gun and just do what you do.
Oh my
I
gosh.
mean,
Okay,
Is that
that.
in? Oh my god!
Alright, that line is actually interesting because it's the one change that FES made to the original script of Persona 3. Shuji says that in the original script, but in FES that line was removed and then was re-added to Portable.
Oh my
What
god!
line?
What is with the control panel? Oh my god! I just noticed.
oh
it.
god.
It's all merged. The world, it's melting before our very eyes.
By the way, when I looked at the port for for P4G, I just noticed, everything looks a little bit more HD. And I just went and just continued my way. That's it. The floor looks like I can actually see the
Well,
floor.
I mean, a big thing is that, like, with Golden, the animated scenes were fully animated. Like, they were video, and anything else were just, like, you know, the overall models and stuff. So if something was AI upscale, it's a lot harder to pick up on because it'd be, like, a poster or something.
Not just that, but also the other thing is the basis was a Vita.
That's true. That's significantly better because the Vita is basically a miniature PS3, or PS2 with like a few more edges. But like, I will say, I do think that Portable is a good version of the game, but I do feel as though losing out on true animated cutscenes, especially for Persona 3, is a huge loss.
Yeah, there's so many good cutscenes.
Oh my god.
Like the cutscene where the protagonist awakens
Well, how
to
about
their
this one?
persona. Yeah, like the horror is kind of lost when you don't see him just explode into shadow.
Yeah, the thing
Yeah,
is, you
honestly,
see
the coffin.
enough so that you're not that your mind isn't doing weird shit, and you see too little so that the game can do the impact. Because when you see nothing, your mind does a lot of shit. See Corpse Party endings.
If she didn't, they would have preyed
God
on
damn it.
her.
Also, seeing this port of like P3P makes it increasingly obvious how many of the design decisions were made specifically to fit this game on a smaller screen.
Yeah, I would have advocated they not release this until they had a way to make it a re-release that could have all of that was needed, because
Oh god.
I'm gonna be honest. Oh no. Oh
Like-
no.
That blinking looked
What?
weird.
Like the day and time look so big compared to the other Persona games and like FES because it was made to be big so you can actually
Yeah.
read it on a portable.
Yeah, another thing to note is that I would have advocated that they waited for a device that could fully handle like Persona 3 and not, in my opinion, what is a watered down version of Persona 3. Like, don't get me wrong, it's Persona 3, you're getting the story, but like I felt as though with the full exploration and vibes of Persona 3, especially, and I do think that the loss of animated cutscenes, not just because they're animated, but because of all the little things they hide in the cutscenes, is actually a pretty significant loss.
Now, for me, Portable was my first PS3 because when I played P4 emulator, my computer was lagging every time there were 5 enemies on screen. Thanks heaven for that mess. So when I wanted to play PS3, I was like, wait, there's a portable version. The PSP emulator can handle fucking Kingdom Hearts, it can handle this. Because I didn't want to have lags again when playing a Persona game.
What is that? Is that a
And
radiator?
I get it.
What
It
is what?
is much more.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I
meant
think
to be a
that's
radiator for, you know,
doesn't look
heater.
like one.
It looks bent.
Looks like a fucking toaster.
Like, the thing is, it looks bent. That's the weird part. The
Yeah.
pipes look bent to the side.
Honestly,
yeah,
I would have just honestly I wish they would have just remade the PS2 like FES because
Yeah.
that's
because
going to be a huge debate. I know that for sure. It always is.
How is she?
But
because here's the thing. Here's my reasoning. FES was specifically made to be played on, granted on a
Console.
CRT, but like on like a bigger screen. Yeah.
Like,
Um,
remake FES, but give it the gameplay bonuses that Portable added. Because, you know, there are some
Yeah.
things you can't just add. You can't just give direct command. It's in the tactics menu, for crying out loud.
Yes.
Also, giving us choosable like skill inheritance.
Yes, make it the
I-
button. The fact that we don't have it here yet because of staying accurate to the game, yet they added it in a fucking Nocturne remaster, shows that they're just idiots.
the only reason they would not do that is because of, and I think this is the main reason they did Portable in the first place, Fancy.
Oh, that little
What does-
shadow on the glass. Shit.
Oh
Wait, what does
god.
Fancy have to do with the skin evidence?
No, sorry, but just in general, the reason they went with portable beyond any other thing.
Oh yeah,
beyond
that's
anything else.
definitely Femcy's fault.
Yeah, because if they didn't and they just went with FES, people would be in an uproar about where the hell is Femcy? Why can't we play as Femcy? What the heck?
Heck,
Shadow.
one thing I would have been fine with if they somehow did like a sort of definitive edition with both the ups of portable and FES.
Like, it would have been enough to
there's-
add the animated cutscenes in portable, because, oh god.
Honestly, I don't know if they can, because, like, they'd have to redo the animations to include Femcy in them, but, like,
Why?
I don't even know if they have the same animation team anymore, or the same style.
Yeah,
Like-
also
Yeah.
it's time for Awakening, also look at that shadow go!
Oh, it's going!
Look at him go!
Look at him go! Let's go!
Here goes.
The models.
Wait, what was that voice clip? Why does it sound like it's coming out of a Wiimote?
Yeah, that sounded like it came from a Wiimote, and she
Ooh.
got just blasted. Not even Zio,
Also-
just Aki. You cover your defense is shit.
This cutscene is such a sad way to try and replicate the animated scene.
Yes. The animated scene here is so much better.
I could barely hear it.
I heard the heartbeat, I didn't hear her say anything.
No, no, neither.
Us.
Oh my god, how quiet.
Why is it so low quality?
Why is it so quiet? It sounds like it's from a Wiimote? Like 5 feet away.
It said volume 3, so it is at a decent rate. I'm not putting it at 2 or 1.
The thing is, the
Us.
in cutscene voice dialogue was totally fine.
Also, dang, honestly, the 3D animated doesn't hit as well as the
No, not even
anime
close.
Like, we don't get the cuts also between, like, Pharos and Ryoji, which is, like, huge for setting up future stuff. As
And
well as,
also-
like, the cinematography
other
is gone.
Also, like, Orpheus not, like, you don't see, like, Orpheus getting literally, like, ripped apart.
Yeah, that was what actually I saw in the animations.
Like, it's brutal.
Also, the fact that the music is playing the whole time takes away, because it was silent in the original until
Uh-huh.
the protagonist said persona bang.
Yeah.
It's,
Pepsi
again,
was bored.
I will say, like, it comes off as underwhelming because, like, in a way, this video is going to be a discussion about P3P in general, while also complaining about this port, as I'm realizing, but I don't hate the idea of P3P existing. I think if it allows you to play the game, and you really want to play it and are having fun, that's awesome. Honestly,
Yeah.
like, pop off.
Oh
but,
god, why are the shadows like why are like
But-
half the sound effects in battle like coming from a
Um,
Wiimote?
Yeah, but I would also say, like, the fact that you have to compromise between, say, playing as Femcy or having the cutscenes that are, like, critical to fully immersing within the story is a little sad.
Why are these sound effects so low quality?
Yeah.
This sounds like something that came out of my Vita without headphones.
Thing is, I see P3P as a product of its time.
It is.
And like it's a pretty like for what they had
Like,
for
for
PSP.
a PSP, it's great, but when you port it to PC, what is that in the back there?
I don't know,
What is
but I
that?
love Igor.
Oh god. This
Sorry, I
this
was
look-
looking at Igor, I was looking at the
Didn't
weird
expect you.
going thing. I had time.
Why does the flowers look like shit? I love
Oh god.
How do you mess up flowers?
This was actually one of the cutscenes where they originally messed up with, like, referring to Femcy. Which is funny, because they had, it's when Yukari is, like, referring, I think it's a little earlier than this.
How do you mess up
yeah,
this
okay,
early? I
now-
expected it to
now-
happen like mid-game.
Yeah,
Yeah, he.
down.
Thanks for
Oh,
listening.
yeah,
My backstory dump.
Yeah, this is the line they messed up on.
So they fixed it for that makes sense.
Yeah, they fixed
Yeah.
it. Actually, it was fixed in a later edition of P3P, as far as I remember.
It's pretty
So,
minor, but I can see
yeah.
it's a quick fix. Literally, like boot up the text, change it,
Well,
nothing happens.
Yeah, because the dialogue, I believe, is still correct.
I have.
Think.
Oh.
Yo, let's
Don't worry.
go.
Pull up the game facts article.
Shh, don't look at me like when I do P4G. Shut up. Is that actually
Game
what I was?
facts articles, the savior of every Persona player.
Yeah, just going through like game facts.
Me not
Yeah.
having to listen to a single in-game lecture.
Me literally just pushing the start button and skipping to text
Wait,
once they
let's
have knowledge
Time
capped.
map.
420.
In P5 you can kill a boss in that day.
I will say, like, when it comes to openings, this is definitely a bit slow, not slower than P5s, but still a bit fast than 4s.
I mean, to be fair, P5 only is a fast opening because its first scene is literally a fake flash forward, like in Fire Emblem Awakening.
Yeah, but in terms of, like, getting the plot rolling with, like, its metaphysical shenanigans, it goes a little faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
But that's only because it very much establishes, fuck you, we don't respect you enough to give you a proper introduction. At least in terms of the in-universe things for why no one really hangs out with Joker enough to give him, like, a rundown.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in, like, Persona 4 Golden, everyone's so bored out of their minds that they're just willing to throw everything they had at the pro tag.
But at least it works, because it's like, there's nothing
Yeah.
to do in that city. Nothing!
But- See, the funny thing about stuff like that is it's a double-edged sword in writing.
Mhm.
Because you have to basically take the gamble that whoever is, like, consuming this, like, product is willing to put up with that kind of slow start.
Absolutely.
Of course,
and that's
it's-
why.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Because
it's why it's so
someone loves
divisive.
Yeah.
Like, for me, it reminds me a lot of the opening to Twilight Princess in Legend of Zelda, where, because, you start off as, like, your old farm boy doing the casual country boy things, fishing, hanging out with the kids, etc. And then
Oh my
after about, and then after 2 hours, then you're allowed to go on a big adventure to save the world. But, like, because of that opening, if you enjoyed it, if you liked it, it makes the rest of the experience feel so much better because you had such, like, a strong attachment without any of the stakes.
And the thing is, and some people just don't like slow starts because that, like,
Yeah.
P4G is slow. It is.
Yes. Some people need that early investment, which is why I noticed that a lot of people who like Persona 5's opening don't like Persona 4's. And
Oh, yeah.
meanwhile, other people would say that Persona 5 starts off too fast, that, like, it's hard to care about what's going on because it's just a lot of action with no context.
For me, I'm okay with it, but it's because as long as it gives me information, that's fine. But for me, what the biggest issue was that it's like I felt like I was so out of the experience, like halfway through the game. But that's a bigger issue on its own story, not the beginning.
Persona 3 is interesting because it's sort of set up in a way where, like, it is the most. All right, we're just setting up the metaphysical stuff. Literally, second 0.
Oh my god!
Like-
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
this looks so bad.
Oh god.
Why does the
I-
left
I-
of the clock look darker than the right?
I know. What happened to Tartarus? What happened to my toothpaste dungeon?
Damn.
Also, this looks way too... Correct me if I'm wrong, but this feels way too bright for Tada vs. Lobby. Was it always this bright?
Okay, so the top half is brighter and the bottom half is darker than the original.
Also, like, see, here's what happened. It was the one out of dentist. They struck.
Yes. Yo, the one dentist fought
He
back.
said Al Dante. It's like, what the fuck do you mean by Al Dante?
9 out of 10 dentists are playing Fire Emblem Engage as we speak. The 1 out of 10 dentists destroying Tartarus.
Ah, yeah,
Do you want-
engage.
Wait, do you want Theo or Elizabeth? Honest, which one? It's up to you.
I feel like if we're playing as Femsi, we should get Theodore sometime in the spotlight. He never gets.
He never gets it, then he just gets dunked on in spin-offs.
He
Yeah.
does. I feel so. At least he rocks that apron though. It's like, excuse me, I love
He
this apron.
does.
I mean, the
but,
apron
like,
is fine. The worst
I
part is
want-
the popcorn costume.
Yeah, that looks like misery. It reminds me of like, you know those costumes that those amusement park people have to wear?
Yeah.
It just those are hot, by the way. I had to like drama class at one point. Like I remember checking one of those
This
out.
looks so bright in the background. I don't know if that always was the case or if it just looks weirder.
Wait, what the
Can you
fuck
check
is
the
that?
menu by any chance? Did anything change?
Huh?
Oh wait. Oh, tutorials.
Oh, was
But
that?
the game does the tutorial anyways in the original. Like they go.
Was this
Um,
option a thing?
No, it wasn't. I remember that you only had.
Oh, we
save,
can now go to
heal-
system
There it is. there it is, yeah.
difficulty. I want to
There
see
we
our
go.
options in terms of the custom.
So it looks like battle difficulty, EXP rewards, retries performance. Okay, so money is not an option, but
But
okay, interesting.
Yeah, because
so
obviously beginner they would have it. That's fine. But yeah.
okay, so it looks like they got rid of the Plume of Dusk system for retries for game overs.
Oh, and oh.
wait, I thought that was a thing in port. I thought that was that. I thought this was a thing in Portable with the Plume of Dusks originally.
It was. It was. I'm talking about the remaster specifically. Where like so if you picked normal mode, you had 0. If you picked easy, you had 10. If you picked very easy, you had 30.
Oh my god, they revamped the quest. Yay!
Wait, it
and,
still looks like we only have 3 quests. What do you mean revamped?
I mean, I actually can see it because I don't think I've seen it in P3P in my original run. I never saw
Yeah,
it.
I think you had to go to the Velvet Room to double.
Oh,
check the
that's
quest.
what you mean. Yeah, no, we had to go to the Velvet Room. It was so dumb. It's
So yeah, that looked nice. Junpei, Ikari, yeah, sounds about right. Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
this is that's
One sad thing about P3P is that you can't use any weapon as MC.
Yeah.
that. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I remember being a little disappointed, but like got used to it, I guess, because at the end of the day, weapons were just sort of stat sticks.
yeah,
See, I would always use bows because it was easier to get first strikes with those.
yeah.
Oh, true. I remember using a lot of like the long swords because like they were also pretty easy for me to get first strikes with. I wasn't very good with the bows.
You just
Alright,
have to
let's
be
go to
gamer.
Tartarus. Oh, I think they did revamp that a little bit. Okay.
This is the remake of all time.
This blood looked like it leaked into the window. Never mind.
It's not
Also,
as
well-
Sarasuka's from what I remember.
Also, why does Mitsuru's portrait look so weird compared to Junpei's here?
Because it's tiny.
Not just that, but like it looks brighter.
Let us walk around in the only 3D part of the game.
Alright, let's just fight. Let's just fight. The 3D models look fine. Oh right, I forgot the party controls!
Okay, so party control is interesting because it is one of the biggest reasons why, like, someone would pick up this version if it isn't for FemC. Yet, it's also something that this game wasn't designed for at all.
No, hell no.
It's an interesting addition. I see why they added it. It makes it a lot more easy to recommend and pick up because it's like, hey, you can show your party members like in every other RPG. But like, the game was designed around the stupidity of your party members' AI.
Oh
Yeah.
they are. They are.
And even then, all you needed to do was pick the right tactic, and they would generally do what you wanted.
Yeah, I will say, the tactics worked for me about 80% of the time. Of course, some people would say that 20% of the time they'll fuck you over is still too much, but like, I would argue, listen, I played through like Nocturne and I get killed on the first turn because of Mudo. I'll take, like, I'm used to this.
You're used to the BS.
This is the life I choose. But memes aside,
Oh, that sound was sharper. What the hell?
God, it sounds like it's being run through a Wiimote.
Do you hear it?
Damn, I didn't know they added FemC to Brawl.
God damn it. Why is this?
so is it okay? Now, is it me, or is the sound delayed?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, this is bad.
Like I heard the all-out attack sound, and I'm like, hold on, wait, Why do you feel like the explosion come late?
Okay, first of all, let's do the all-out attack one more time. Let me see if it's actually as bad as I'm thinking it is. Let's see. Okay.
Were you
God.
If you didn't, would you like?
Listen,
Then
thank you. All right, let me just do this. Cool, whatever. Orpheus.
exploited the enemy's weakness. Attack again. Get him.
I don't. Were the sound effects this bad on PSP?
Enemy's weakness.
No.
Let's get him.
I mean, definitely not. Oh god, this sounds so disgusting.
So, okay, shuffle time. Okay, everything seems okay.
I think the
Oh, right.
icons are new.
Oh, yeah, actually, because no, the XP did exist for P3P, only in P3P.
They may have AI upskilled those too, or maybe not. I don't know.
Pixie looks fun. Well, they could have just taken the assets from P. Maybe not. Oh,
Ah.
that. Oh.
Oh,
Oh no!
I can't wait for when Flutter comes back and sends me this footage. This is the most cursed run of P3P I've ever experienced.
Hermes.
Oh no!
I'm crying.
This.
Oh
Oh. Okay, you know what? The more I watch of this, the more I see why people like. I'll be honest. There was a part of me that thought maybe these are exaggerations.
Guys,
You know.
what did I miss?
The level up sound effect fucking hurts us.
Oh boy.
Also, I didn't even
Sounds
realize
so-
the enemy.
The sound mixing is really bad.
Also, the enemies look their yellow does. I'm not sure if they're supposed to be usually. I'm used to the red ones in P4G, that's why.
Let's
There is a better
see.
way to defeat all of your enemies in battle.
Okay,
Attack them in
here's what
the-
I'll say right now. If this is the only way someone can play Persona 3, you know, they don't want to emulate for, like, whatever reason, that's their decision. And if that's the case, I would say this is a
Vulnerable. Attack.
playable version. I haven't seen anything that would denote game-breaking bugs or glitches or anything
Like
like
this
that. It
isn't
is
Scarlet
auto-
Violet.
Yes, you can
Yeah, no.
play this game and you are playing Persona 3.
I was like, I
Why?
compare those people can only play on console.
Yeah, to that end, I would say this might be the version of all time. Because it's the only version.
Like, it's a way to play P3P. Is it a good way? Probably
The
not.
all-out attack
I will-
sound felt way too fucking loud.
Yeah,
Yeah.
delayed and like this is Sonic Adventure 2 sound mixing right here.
At least Sonic Adventure 2 had
God.
high quality sound effects.
Yeah,
That's
you heard
true.
it now. Don't you, Flutter?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that sounds weird.
sounds
The
like-
only thing I will say about like
That sounds
is-
like it is from fucking Mega Man ZX!
Now, I realize that bringing up emulation might be considered bad faith to some, but I think that to an extent, if all they did was bring over the PSP game, throw it in Waifu 2X, I think I can still bring up like a PSP emulator because that's what they're doing. If it's a port, they're just emulating the game on like a new set of hardware. Like to that end, if you can get a better experience through that, then like I would say maybe consider emulating if you think that that would give you a better experience than what you're seeing here. Again, this is playable. It's not unfunctional. But like there's a lot of little things that make this not quite as great, but the difficulty options and quest menus are a nice change. Again, it's not an unplayable version. I would just say it's of questionable quality.
The weird
Yeah.
part is though with the difficulty, why is money not included? Does money not change in difficulty in this game?
I think it might be because they wouldn't know how to meddle with that when it comes to shuffle time. maybe.
Counterpoint P4.
Yeah, but oh wait, I think I know why. It's because wait,
Oh,
does
Theo, you
the
actually look
difficult?
nice. Although your voice,
Wait,
my
I
God.
think I know what
Hold
it is.
on.
Does money even drop from enemies?
Wait, yeah, don't enemies technically drop money?
No, they don't.
Wait,
they
no.
drop items in
Wait,
this
no.
game.
Yeah, they
Yes.
drop items which you can sell
That's
for
why.
money.
That's why
That's
there's no
why,
setting,
okay.
because they don't drop money!
Yeah, they only
yeah.
drop materials which you can sell.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense then why it's not an option. Okay, cool game, cool. Okay, so this was our run through of Persona 3 Portable, because I believe this was only meant to go up to the tutorial of Tartarus.
Basically.
I'll full heal when I leave anyway, so this doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
And the tire mechanic doesn't exist, really, per se.
yeah, I would say, like, it's a version you can play. That's a weird
is.
way to put it. It is the version of all time.
Mhm.
Yeah.
If you can play FES, maybe you have a PlayStation 3 or a PS2, play FES. If you really want to play as Femc, then sure, go for this, I guess. It's not the worst thing ever. It is playable. It's not, like, going to be the worst thing ever. But honestly, for me, the reason this angers me to any extent that it does is because we're seeing once again Atlas's kind of laziness when it comes to legacy material.
Yeah.
Because, you know, because remember, this was supposed to be the thing that justified the anniversary.
Uh-huh.
And all we get is Persona 3 Portable run through Waifu 2X.
With the
Yeah.
Nuvo. Don't forget that, that's a thing too.
And the Rogue Atlas employee has not struck, as far as I know.
Yet!
So maybe one day he's gonna like appear as the hero that like saves this version. The
I like
one benefit
checking
I
around
could
the
see
school.
is the one thing I see is that maybe modders can help fix some of the issues.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, assuming that like they even want to, I can totally see why a lot of them wouldn't want to jump into this.
Yeah.
Oh my god. This thing
And
is-
also, I don't think modders are responsible for fixing a game.
They are
Yeah.
not.
They're
Yeah.
not.
They love the
they-
game enough, that's why they want to add
Yeah.
mod.
I'm gonna be honest, Femc's headphones always looked like they were about to like
Oh my-
fall.
God!
Yeah. Oh god, the green!
Oh my god!
What is this?
What is this, Hyrule Warriors?
I'm just checking around the area, just observing my landscapes. I guess.
Observing the waifu
Yeah.
2x do numbers.
Yeah. Because, like, this is another example of, like, a really lazy port job. Because last time we had Nocturne Remaster, like... let me
Didn't
think,
Nocturne
there's-
Remaster still have the old ass PS2 cutscenes in it?
Oh.
It
oh,
did.
these
Fun
plans.
fact. Actually,
Oh
they're
my
even
God!
worse because they had to add in a bunch of effects to mask the fact that they could not get some of them working in Unity. So if you take out like the fog, they look so bad.
What is this map?
Oh! This looks somehow worse than I remember.
I need a moment.
God. Oh god, look to the right near the time. Those buildings look so uneven.
Femc looking in it's like chibi Femc looking in horror.
Oh, good.
God.
Let's check the Colonial Mall. Okay.
Okay, that one looks
okay.
normal.
Yeah. Let me think. I will say it sucks because there have been examples of some really good remakes and re-releases. Like pretty much everything from DS to 3DS was really good. Like Devil Survivor, that was
Oh, that
solid.
was peak, man.
Yeah.
Like Persona 4 Golden, really good. You know, it's not like Atlas can't, but as of recent, they've been dropping the ball with stuff like this.
So bad. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Like it sucks.
And then there are games that are basically stuck in old console hell that really need to get a port.
Yeah, a lot of the PS2 era is still stuck there.
Yeah, and it feels really bad when, you know, Digital Devil Saga is still stuck. It's the best written SMT game I have ever found.
It's although I will say Digital Devil Saga also sold pretty poorly. And
I know it's sold pretty
I'm
poorly.
guessing-
That doesn't distract from the fact that the story is fucking awesome.
It's really good.
What the fuck
I
is that
just think that,
jungle
like,
shim?
honestly,
I'm sorry, this
think-
looks like way too many bars in there.
based on the way Atlas seems to be functioning, I don't see them going back to legacy material unless it's like stuff people already know about. It's kind of like an Ouroboros, where it just kind of consumes itself at this rate. But unlike a certain other Ouroboros, they're not out here to break the system. The Persona 2 won that poll. Well, it tied with Persona 3. But like we haven't heard anything about like a Persona 2 like re-release of some kind.
Though Persona
Um,
2 re-release not happening is way more understandable.
I get it. I just like don't really. What I don't get is why include it in the poll.
Yeah, why include
Yeah,
it in the
that's
poll if it's not
weird.
the legit option at this point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me check the results of that poll actually, because I remember there being some really interesting stuff. This was the Japanese poll. So number one, tied with number one was Persona 3 and Persona 2 Duology. Third was Persona 1. Fourth was Persona 4. Wait, fifth was Raido Kuzunoha?
What?
Okay.
If anything is
numbers...
surprising, then it's that.
Okay, sixth was Soul Hackers. Seventh was SMT4 Apocalypse. Eighth was SMT4. Ninth was Digital Devil Saga, and 10th was Etrian Odyssey.
The fact Digital Devil Saga was 9.
Now, a little bit.
The thing is that like a lot of these are close margins. Like for example, like Digital Devil Saga only lost to SMT4 by a factor of about 3 percentage points.
That is impressive.
Yeah.
Like everything is in a range of about 80% to 60%. But like it's interesting to note this. I will say with how consolidated everything is, sadly this still means Digital Devil Saga is quite low on the totem pole because it's like categorizing certain things by series. But like yeah, no.
I love this game.
That survey is interesting though because like it shows that there is a lot of like demand for the older titles to have some representation. But I mentioned saying this a couple times before, but if I love the old games, but if this is the quality we're getting from these re-releases, then do I actually want to see them? Like
That's the
this, you
question.
know?
Honestly, at
Yeah.
that, if this is the quality, then the only good thing about the re-releases is so that they don't become lost media entirely.
Yeah, that is the only thing I could see justifying it. And here's the thing, I would prefer them being just straight up ports. No changes,
Yeah,
just the game.
no change,
Like-
no nothing, just put the game there!
Like, I don't see why they would need to go above and beyond. Like, because, okay, actually no, I think for games like Digital Devil Saga or Persona 1 and 2 Duology, they would feel compelled to add stuff to get people to try out games that are harder to market, I guess.
I mean, a thing they could do a very easy thing they could do in DDS to make it easier for people is just include a more money option.
Yeah, or hell, if you want more content, just throw in a demi-fiend fight.
Digital Devil Saga already had one.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. No, you know, for the Nocturne Remaster, they should have included a DDS fight.
Yeah,
That
put a
would've been
DDS fight in there! Literally close the circuit!
That would have
like,
been hilarious.
yeah, just make it like a room you can access in like NG Plus, where like you can feel like a strange energy. You just fight the DDS crew and they like kick your ass. But like honestly,
Welcome.
if this was just Persona 3 Portable, which it basically is, it's not like bad. I just don't get why they hyped it up for being more than what it was.
Yeah.
Like, because I'll be real, they could have shadow dropped this.
Yeah, they
know
could
what
have
it is.
shadow dropped this, and it would be awesome.
Oh my god.
Oh, look at the night graphics.
Because that's what they did for Persona 4 Golden. They just sort of released it. It's like, hey, Persona 4 Golden's on Steam, guys. Here you
And
go.
everyone loved it. Everyone
Yeah,
fucking
like
loved
I
it.
think it was that there was some. I know there was some event that was happening that people were watching. I think it was Summer Watch or something. I forgot. But then in that show, just boom, P4G on Steam, and everyone lost their fucking mind.
Everyone lost their fucking
It was the day before it would actually release too.
Yeah, that's why everyone lost
Which-
their mind. Yo, it's on Steam, it comes out tomorrow? What the fuck?
Yeah, and see, if that's the energy they went into with this re-release of like, hey, we're putting Persona 3 on Steam, here you go, it's portable. I feel like it wouldn't have had all these expectations baked into it, because that's the thing. They hyped this up. They were like,
Oh, the
yo,
Hakakure. Oh my god.
like,
Oh god.
it's really sad because, like, you know, this was the anniversary. This is what a year of Persona led to. This.
Yeah.
And like everyone was wondering, what is Atlas gonna do to celebrate, you know, this like momentous occasion? And we get a shitty port of P3.
Waifu 2X.
Yeah.
You get Waifu 2X P3, and Warrior is finally allowed to show up on Steam.
I
Yeah.
think there is Waifu
Also
2X
P4AU.
and P4G, but most people don't even know that.
I
Yeah,
forgot the 4AU netcode was a thing during the anniversary.
Yeah, it released and as netcode like 5 months later, which
Why?
like, by the time it came out, murdered the game's competitive scene.
Welcome.
Why? That took 5 months to fucking roll back in a fighting game in 2022.
Yeah, like that competitive scene died so hard because by the time it came out, everyone was just like, "Oh, this game doesn't have rollback. You got to go play like Blaze Blue or Guilty Gear or something." And then, like, by the time it had it, no one was all that interested in like learning AU anymore.
I really
Everyone
hope
moved
the
on.
Mega Man Legacy Collection has rollback in the versus mode.
Or at least just a good netcode.
Or that.
It doesn't help that AU's original netcode was also piss poor and had no crossplay as far as I remember.
Yeah. Like, the only reason I not mention rollback with Mega Man of all things is because the madmen that are playing 6 competitively got rollback working on a fucking GBA game. Whatever shenanigans they're using, they got the shit working.
Honestly, it's really disappointing to see this from Atlas, and it doesn't help that their recent games have also been a little bit iffy because Soul Hackers 2, as much as I enjoy that game, you can feel the lack of budget.
You can. Oh yeah. Soul Matrix.
The Soul
And-
Matrix, half the
and
dungeons. There's like 3 dungeon aesthetics that they use like 2 to 3 times each.
Yeah.
Also,
the reason I mentioned the
DLC
Soul Matrix.
practices.
Oh fuck the
DLC
DLC.
practices.
The reason I mentioned the Soul Matrix specifically is because not only is all of them the same palette, all 15 of them, but also they couldn't even think of unique gimmicks for everyone. Straight up, 3 is an easy teleport maze, 4 is the bullshit teleport maze with one-way teleports, and 5 I haven't visited yet, but I imagine it's worse.
And like, then of course, I've been replaying SMT5, and while I will say playing on hard mode has given me a lot more to enjoy, and I'm kind of vibing with it, all the areas are the same, just recolored, like
Yeah.
buildings, destroyed buildings, like, and you know,
How does a fucking
It's-
S3DS game beat you in creativity?
it just feels like Atlas is like just not quite hitting the same.
Yeah, it's kind of getting bad.
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
good.
Got it.
Like,
Like the DLC
And like
is
this-
the dumbest part of Strikers
Yeah,
2
the D-
TBS because you know
yeah,
day one DLC is never a good thing. And when part of the day one DLC is grind DLC and then you make getting EXP a bitch and a half, it's like
I found money to be the bigger critical
money is the
problem.
bigger problem, but at least with money you have an intended method. It's spawn enemies until the good ones show up and kill them. But with EXP, there's no good method because the moment you get even remotely close to the enemies you're fighting, the the EXP payout is shit.
Also, the fact that with Soul Hackers 2 DLC, the fact they've locked away iconic demons through DLC,
So,
like Mara through DLC.
Oh, wow! I love the penis woman. Sorry.
Satan, like, isn't Satan a DLC?
Yes.
Let me check real quick. Yeah, Satan.
like,
I
I
should
get
study.
that the
No.
Soul Hackers
Charm.
1 character is DLC, but why the fuck is Mara DLC? Why the fuck
yeah,
is
no,
the Day
Namista
1
being-
DLC? Big question, do we want to see anything specific in P3 before we get the video to a close? Because that shit's still running.
Yeah.
I would say at this point, let's just throw out our final thoughts on like whatever we'd want to say. In general, I'd say this port is a fine way to play Persona 3 if you have no other option, but it's not a great port and is mostly a representation of Atlus's declining quality in terms of their legacy content and in a way their general content nowadays in general.
Yeah, that sounds pretty alright.
Like things like the audio quality during battles is inexcusable, I would say.
It's kind of fucking sad, man. It's disappointing as
Yeah.
Yeah. And look, I get it, you know, like game development can be a lot, but honestly, it feels as though the lack of direction for what they're looking for with their franchise, it comes off as a little strange.
Like,
Mhm.
I feel like Atlas in general has declined in quality over the past few years, especially with Soul Hackers 2's like shitty DLC practices that put the nail in the coffin.
It's not a
for
thing.
me.
The DLC problems, I think, in general with Atlas because it's
Honestly, yeah, that's
trend.
ever since they did DLC, it's always been really bad. I would say for me, like Atlas has sort of started to like go downhill since like SMT4A because that came out just a little after Persona 5. Like after that, it sort of feels like because of all
Whoa,
of the
what the
changes
hell?
in their
What?
Okay.
Oh, right, you get cadenza so that you have some heal for the dungeon.
The sound effects
Yeah.
are so bad.
But yeah, no.
Oh my
like,
god, why is this so loud?
But honestly, I think that's all of our thoughts on this experience so far.
Oh,
Yeah.
Honestly, I hope that this is more of a temporary, like, finding their footing type deal.
Oh, same.
But, like, it could very well be that.
I
But,
thought,
you
I thought
know,
you were gonna use cadenza.
Cadenza's a healing thing.
yeah, and the agility buff isn't good enough on its own to be worth it.
Just to see the animation.
oh, you wanna see Consenza? I'm gonna
Yeah.
like I'm not saving for this. I'm just
Yeah,
literally
let's
doing
just, it's an item.
Just
Yeah.
Go,
Oh no, I
Yeah.
have to use it.
go to
Yeah.
tactics and discard or whatever.
FMC actually has to do it.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
that was the thing, because it's still Persona based, which is
Yeah,
weird
go-
because they're items now.
Ugh! It's so fucking loud.
Yeah, that
Sound
volume,
mixing,
what the
baby.
hell?
It's a 4, isn't it?
Yeah, I was about to say, what is your sound effect set to?
I
4.
remember all of them were at 4 except for voices, which were at 3.
Yeah, that's it. You wanna see it? Here
What's
you
the
go.
maximum we can set shit to? And 4 sounds like it's on a fucking 7!
Also, it's not even the sound mixing, it's how low quality these are.
Also, I'm gonna load my old save to see what the fusion is. I'm just gonna fuse Orpheus. I'll do it. I'm just curious about it.
Good idea, then we have a final thing to end this off on.
I'm really disappointed by this port. I was hoping this could be like
Okay, fine.
Uh,
Let me just throw away my what's Asfaris? Is that
Yeah.
Is that
Apsaris.
sorry.
But yeah, no, like I was really
Why is
hoping
that slow?
Why
What?
is that slow? Why was this the speed of molasses?
For
Every other text is instant!
I don't know.
Why do we keep
This is a
finding
video
these
game
things? We
of
just want to
welcome.
see a fucking fusion and then stop!
But yeah, no. Honestly, This is not a great look, and it appears as though this is a general consensus among a lot of Persona fans.
The fact that modders
That
are
image. Ooh, those images.
basically
Ooh.
giving up says a lot.
Yeah,
Why are they crusty?
This is
Oh.
not.
This ain't it, Chief.
This is not.
This really ain't it. This really
That's
ain't it.
Saurus.
Oh my god, that was a 7 in volume. What the hell?
What?
Oh my god.
God. You know what? What? I'm gonna do one more test. I'm going to put it at volume 1, so you guys you can hear it, and I want to see how loud it legitimately is.
Oh, you want to see if it is actually affected? No, I have a better idea. Make it a 10. Let's see how loud it can get.
Okay, all of you guys lower this volume, please.
Oh, I'm gonna keep it where it is.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
no.
You just have had enough of this cruel, cruel world.
Like, might as well see how loud this shit can get, because if it is affected by volume, it will go louder. If it isn't affected by volume, then what the hell?
Alright, for
Yeah, if
sure.
it's not affected by volume, then that means that one of the settings is irrelevant.
Why is it so slow?
We do hear the volume difference for menus, so the bigger thing is does it actually affect the fusion volume? You know, one of the
Well, it
volumes
should,
you actually-
because that is a sound effect.
You know, I'm gonna
Yeah.
be curious. I want to take my headset out, and if it picks up on my mic, that means it's really fucking loud.
Well,
Because
Oh,
it's
God.
pretty loud. I can hear you guys' voices without my headset on.
also,
so.
yeah,
yeah.
you put not selectable skill inheritance in 2023 when you put it in the Nocturne remaster.
All right, here it goes.
Let's go.
Let's just do this.
When everyone likes selectable skill inheritance.
Because otherwise we
Just
aren't
make
she
it
reset
an
this shit
option.
anyway.
Well, just make it a thing in the difficulty select.
Yeah.
Oh.
I hear sound effects I didn't even hear before.
Oh
Okay, it's
god.
fine.
Oh
Okay, yeah, this
God.
does affect it. This sound.
I put it out, I could hear it.
Jesus.
It's okay.
What the hell? Why is it so loud compared to everything else? What the fuck?
Now I want to go to the combat. Oh, let's see how bad it is now.
Oh god.
Oh dear lordy.
This is not how you. No.
This is so bad.
Oh my
Okay, now
god.
I'm curious.
I expected so much better.
Yeah, because P4Gs was handled so well, and yet this is so. Oh well, it's gone. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone, Jim. It's gone.
Bye bye.
Yeah, no, now that
Bye-bye,
the sound
money.
effects are louder, yep, these are definitely like the lowest quality like sound effects.
What?
3 enemies present.
All right, let me just do this and then. All right, because wait, I think they're not weak to boof. I think.
I'll attempt to end you.
I hear the low quality, and I normally don't recognize low quality sound effects.
I just. Oh my
Ah!
Gotta love that like tasty audio.
Here's a chance. Let's get him.
Yo, we get one
God.
all out. Oh my god, what was that? That sounded like there was a static. What the hell?
I thought you said there was a gun next to you. It might as well be. Oh.
Okay,
Hey, nice going.
I think that. Oh my god. I think that is
Yeah, this is-
enough footage. What do you guys
So,
think?
Yeah. Damn, this is truly accurate. It really does feel like there's a a gun being shot next to my head.
And anyway, I'm gonna stop the recording now. And I hope this was entertaining
Alright.
for anyone that watched.
I hope you have a good day, and that, like, you know, who knows, if you played Persona 3 Remaster, then, you know,
Enemy detected.
don't let whatever we say influence your thoughts, but,
Yeah.
you know, like, if you like it, feel free to keep liking it. If you didn't like it, don't let us be the reason you dislike it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are also just going on first impressions, literally day one, unscripted, unprepared, and
Yeah,
most of
Yeah.
the shit we
Yeah.
just now saw.
like, yeah, we are off the cuff. Of course, in a full video where we're prepared, we'll have much more concise thoughts.
We just, you know, we were playing Final Fantasy just moments ago. And like, hey guys, you know, it'd be fun, kind of be funny. Let's like, I'm gonna go play this game. Or Fed's like, let's see what, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.